So you're looking for the best budget 1080p high refresh rate gaming monitor. In this video, yeah, we're gonna cover that. We're gonna look at the difference between these panels, pros and cons, everything you need to know before purchasing a entry level gaming monitor. Guys, I got you covered. Let's get started. Hey, how is it going, guys? Robin here on Chips Entertainment, bringing you the best tips and tools for gaming. On this channel you'll find PC components, tech gadgets and console accessories, as well as product reviews and unboxings. So if you're interested in that, consider subscribing and don't forget to tap the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any uploads on my end. In this video we're taking a look at the best entry level monitors for 2019. With that said, let's get started. Alright, so I got three options I really like to recommend in this entry level category. Also, by the end of this video, I'm gonna go over the biggest difference between the available panels to also have in mind before purchasing a gaming monitor, so that you don't have to be disappointed, guys. Alright, so 2019 is the year when curved high refresh rate monitors is the new budget screen. And something to be aware of, there are gaming monitors being sold on the market that originally came out 5 years ago, like the VG242QR from Acer, which is the one that I'm demonstrating on in this video. I actually bought this monitor back in 2013 and there are still people buying it today. Now, I'm not saying it's a terrible monitor because it's old. What I am saying is that there are newer and better options available for the same money. But yeah, with that said, let's focus on my top 3 best budget monitors in 2019 to consider. First off, we got the Acer ED242QR, which right now is on sale on Amazon as well. For under $200, guys, you get a slightly curved 23.6 inch VA LED 144 1080p panel. Now 16:9 aspect ratio and about 4 millisecond response time, which, truth be told, doesn't really say much because all manufacturers measure this number differently. But I have been digging up a ton of info around this monitor and it should be fast enough. Now, as you can see, the stand is pretty basic because what you have here is basically the tilting factor. We got -5 degree forward and +20 degree if you want to tilt it backwards, so to speak. And yeah, guys, that's it. You cannot play around with pivoting at all, but you do, however, get VESA mounting compatibilities, so you can easily throw the stand away and mount it on something more versatile. Now, what else do we got? Yes, we got adaptive V-Sync through AMD FreeSync that prevents tearing. Very nice indeed. And we got a maximum brightness of 250 nits, and unfortunately, no speakers on this one. Now, on connectivity, we find a single DVI, a HDMI 1.4 and a single DisplayPort 1.2. Now, in order to be able to use the 144 Hz, you have to use the DisplayPort, guys. So you gotta make sure your graphics card has a DisplayPort. Most mid-range graphics cards released in the past 5 years has that, however, so you should be good to go. Anything else? Yes, this is a VA panel, so you can expect a lot better viewing angles compared to a traditional TM panel, and that can be particularly important if you're planning on, let's say, having 2 or maybe 3 panels in a multi-monitor setup, so to speak. Viewing angles are gonna be generally good on this one, and with all these things considered, I recommend this monitor to basically any gamer looking for a budget high refresh rate monitor in the year of 2019. Moving on into place 2, we find this one from MSI's, one of their most recent 1080p gaming monitors. Again, it is a curved 1080p 24-inch monitor. This one is called Optix MAG24C, and guys, don't get fooled here. I see Amazon listing a very similar MSI monitor called G24C on the same page as well. Be careful here, avoid that monitor, even though it's a little bit cheaper, because I discovered that there are some differences. The MAG24C is an updated version, and there's also some enhancements in the VA panel technologies for less ghosting with 2 modes, 5 millisecond and 1 millisecond, even more saturation configuration to colors. All in all, it's a better monitor. It's a newer monitor, so pick that one. Alright, so in terms of specs, this is, as I said earlier, a VA LED panel. Again, better viewing angles than typical gaming monitors, and this is particularly important if you're interested in, let's say, a multi-monitor setup in the future. Again, the monitor is slightly curved to give you a more immersed experience, and if you're skeptical whether you want a curved monitor or not, I would highly recommend you guys to visit the local store and familiarize, yourself with a curved monitor first. Now personally, I'm a fan of it. Curving the monitor makes a lot of sense if you think about it, and it takes your experience to the next level. That's just my 2 cents, guys, but I would love to hear your guys' opinion as well, so please post in the comments and let us know. Now, what else do we got here? Yes, a fast 1 millisecond response time. Again, doesn't really say much, but as always, I've been researching a lot, and this is indeed a fast gaming panel, so you shouldn't experience any ghosting or tracing here. Something that makes this panel stand out a bit is the slightly higher color levels on this one compared to the Acer one, for example. We got a wider gamut coverage here, 85% NTSC and 115% sRGB. Now, what the hell does this mean? Well, it means that we got around 20% more gamut coverage compared to a general monitor, so it's slightly better richness and punchiness in the colors. The stand is a little bit better than the Acers as well, with adjustments to tilt, swivel and height to easily change the position. But of course, we got support for VESA mounting as well. Now, on connectivity, we got a single HDMI 1.4, a single DVI and a single DisplayPort 1.2, as well as a 3.5mm audio jack. And to top this all off, we got red backlighting on the back of the monitor as well. Right now, $225 on Amazon, guys. It's a ton of monitor for the money. And yeah, finally we got this AOC G2460VQ6. It's actually a monitor that's been around for some time, but it has proven time after time to be among the best in the category of cheap gaming monitors. In fact, for the $129 you have to pay here, you get a really solid panel, even though this is a TN1. Now, the fact that it's flat, you shouldn't really consider this if you're interested in a multi-monitor setup in the future. Now, what this monitor is lacking is the faster refresh rate. This one can only go as high as 75 Hz, which means when all things being ideal, you will never see more than 75 frames per second. Now, 75 Hz refresh rate is 25% faster than what is offered on the most entry-level displays, which is at 60 Hz, so it's still, in the end of the day, a 25% advantage. However, if you're not into fast-paced shooters, this shouldn't bother you too much, because you still got a rapid fast panel and quite good viewing angles for being a TN. Few things to have in mind. Pretty basic stand here. However, you got VESA support, you got 250 nits brightness, which is definitely okay. We also got adaptive sync through AMD FreeSync and speakers, even though they're pretty weak. Now, on connectivity, we got a single HDMI 1.4, a DisplayPort 1.2 and a single 3.5mm jack, as well as an analog VGA, which you should avoid at all costs. Also, it should be said, guys, now this monitor is from 2005, but it still deserves a spot. Considering how cheap it is, you won't find much better at this price point, guys. And so if your budget is super tight, you shouldn't look elsewhere, because this is a great monitor for what it costs you for casual gaming on PC and console. It's brilliant. Right now it's on sale on Amazon as well, where you can pick it up for under $130 US. Now, that being said, let's touch super fast on the difference between the most common gaming panels available in this category. Now, first off, we got something called TN, which typically means a generally faster display at a lower price point, but it comes with a few shortcomings. Viewing angles are typically worse than other panels, and the pixel structure is often, not always, but often more visible, and the colors are often more limited on these panels compared to others. We also got something called ISP, which is also known as PLS, and AHVA due to patent, which on the other hand often has a lot better viewing angle and color richness, but to the sacrifice of a more visible bleeding and glow effect. And lastly, we got VA, which typically has higher contrast but often slower than IPS and TN, which means there is a greater risk of getting noticeable lag here. All in all, VA is right between the IPS and the TN when it comes to color richness, viewing angles, etc. And as for the IPS, because of patent, VA has a wide range of different namings as well, such as MVA, AMVA, PVA, SPVA, etc. Guys, now guys, what do you find most important in a gaming monitor right now? I'm super curious. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Until next time, have an awesome day, alright? Bye.